De los mejores duelos que verás, el Colima, Rafael Martínez, encara al mago efren Reyes a una carrera de 13 mesas en la modalidad de bola 9. Sin duda alguna, uno de los mejores partidos de estos dos maestros. Quédate hasta el final y disfrútalo.
I don't know who powerful break. Efren isn't going to break and run a lot of racks. And it's the same thing with Rafael. But if they don't need that, and you're going to see a lot of safety play here with them too. If look at this shot. I mean, that's just awesome. Kicking
or even Filipino pool players at all. He came over and played under the name of Cesar Morales in a famous tournament in Texas. The ball coming up safe, and the only thing people could think is that he was just consistently lucky. But the American now, it's become commonplace, and so many players like Rafael that have learned to really master it.
Definitely, like that, a little thicker, and he would have snookered Rafael back or left him safe.
Well, let me ask you a question. A snooker player from Canada. Now, snooker, you'd think safety play has evolved.
Yeah, there were some shots. We played a lot of three-rail shots, whether they were an awful lot of safeties. It's different, but if you're bringing those shots at all. But I placed 5th in the tournament. I used a lot of the snooker stuff. I just made sure I like to put them both together. It's important, I believe, to have a balance between both of them.
Playing any kind of pocket billiard game, and that's what Rafael has really mastered. And that is, once he sets up on the shot, his body stays perfectly still as he. Little subtleties that, as I pointed out, sometimes aren't noticed, but very
teach their styles. Although one thing that's very common with both of them is what you just mentioned. Another thing is, if you don't, or has made a few errors, you can start getting just stay solid through that anyway. But they've got it's a stroke that once mastered is fabulous.
With such great players, and one of the things that I really remember Buddy Hall saying is that. One of the
tricks. You want to be loose, just like in golf. You want to be loose in the club. A top golfer, you'll know great control over it. It's too bad the camera can't pick up his right hand there, but you'd see exactly what I mean.
That was a cute little shot there. That
cheating the other corner with the cue ball just perfectly.
Coming up position.
That's exactly a shot that we played in snooker an awful lot. Those. Well, it was a good break, except now he got a shot on the one, but you notice well, let's see what he's going to do here, Karen. Yeah, he did draw into it, but it ended up going too far forward. Because when you put draw on a ball into
all those other balls, it complicated the shot.
It was a real tough shot, no question about it. I wouldn't want to have to play it at all. I think I'd have played, the thin off the 3 myself. Balls on the table, which is something we actually don't allow. So, because it just puts marks on the table, and it's more patient when you're racking the balls, and you'll find a way to freeze them up without having to pound them into the slate.
When a tablecloth is brand new, making sure that the first racks that are going on it are very tight and very frozen together.
And doing a lot of teaching as well, so I'm pretty busy.
Well, we're always seeing more and more Canadian players that are showing up on the tournament tour.
Over the pool, and of course, a player of a high level in snooker moving over the pool is already a pro level. The first time.
Free ball that he's going to hit the 6th. I've seen him shoot that shot a lot, and we all basically know the shot. That he's contacting the more than could be expected.
He's very, very confident with his ability to do, but his is extremely high, and rightfully so, because he can execute practically anything on the table. But on these pockets, it's easy to do that. They're very large.
See his elevated back foot there in ballet. He's been using a lot of open bridge too. That's a real snooker trait.
Yes, he's got a long bridge. Actually, snooker. A lot of snooker players had long bridge as well. Cliff Thorburn, 1980 rep, but he might have racked it, and when he left, the one ball kind of moved over a little bit, or something just slid open. And if you don't check your rack, see where he pushes out. I'm going to deliberate this for a minute.
Well, he's passing.
Let's see what Efren does. He's going to try the same shot. Oops, he went a little too short, but he might have got real lucky here. He did. Let's see. I think he can do both. Yeah.
Good shot. He pushed out to a shot that
you know, pushing out. You want to definitely push out and you can see the ball, do something with it. So I know a couple players that are like that. I always push out to real. Not stupid. He did the right thing giving that shot back to efren. Gotta get up there. Going off the rail first. That's what I thought he was going to do. It's good.
it's certainly not desirable to have to go rail first on a shot.
You know, make sure that he's a little bit perfect, more perfect on the next shot, so that he can, you know, fix that problem before it happens. Let's take a look at. Yeah. He hit that 2-ball a little silly. So he did the right thing.
That really is kind of a fundamental shot to learn to play this caliber of 9-ball. You've got to be able to kick that ball accurately.
Correct.
Go one rail to get safety, or control both balls well.
Yeah. You have to. It's and these two gentlemen are.
Obviously, we know developing any kind of a game practice is super important. The ball is 6 inches to a foot away from the rail, and practice kicking that ball one rail is the type of shot that he'll sit and practice.
Me
now
too.
That's something that things like that's one of the benefits of the AccuStats, which is a statistic in the game. But as you study them, it'll let you see why you're losing the games and where your weaknesses are. Now, if kicking and safety play is your weakness,
Work on it.
You need to work on it, and that's the type of shot that'll develop.
It's real close. And about the practice thing, 100% correct. I personally would find a weakness and work on it constantly. I also. It's
very difficult. It seems like the balls are laying funny. Nobody's getting easy options out. They jockey around for a shot.
Be able to make that, Jerry. If a little check, but he's not playing the check. No, he's just thinning it.
No,
You're right.
He thinned the ball and hit the right side of the stick, anticipating the next rack.
That's right. Yeah, that's a tough shot too. That kind of, off and he. That's a bad roll.
Check.
There.
That's a
snooker turn.
Snooker turn.
See, look at that. He killed that too much. Can you believe that? He didn't see that much of the ball that he could do.
Oh wow, he had enough to get by the 6. Look at that.
The key was getting on the 3. And look at this. He got back.
He has to play safe here. The balls are clustered up. That even if he did pocket the ball, I think it would be difficult.
He played the billiard.
He played the carom. And
no rail.
Had no rail.
Yeah.
Beginning players, it's just kind of a hit on the ball, but he didn't hit it hard enough, so none of the balls keep somebody from just rolling the cue ball up to the ball and leave.
You can stun a ball and roll behind another ball, and your object ball hits a rail. But that's a good shot. That's great. I think it's a super rule.
Yeah, absolutely.
Ball in hand and on the foul is the only rule to have in pool. It's a great rule. Anything else is silly. Nice to see, a lot of 8-ball going that way now too.
Yeah. To the amateur level of play, tavern play and 8-ball leagues and
have been since 89 have been ball in hand. So because of all those bar tournaments with ball in hand, that's made people realize those rules are better.
Able to come down and get on the 2.
Yeah, well, I'm not sure here about. Well, he did it. That looks perfect.
Rails, but that would leave him on the short side of the 4 and a difficult shot on the 2. He
played a lot back on the 5. Now he's going to get back here. I think a little bit of stun right hand side. No, look at that. He chose the other way, which I was surprised about.
What? Look at this shot. Look at that shot.
Wow.
To execute, shooting directly at the 5-ball.
Mm-hmm.
5-ball and achieve the same position.
As far as there's a lot of luck in 9-ball, but you got to remember, you got to make that luck happen. And the better players still come out ahead, which means that it's a lot of skill. It equals out. The luck equals out. But the player who's playing the most generally gets the most good luck.
Rafael shooting a 933. And as far as safety errors, efren has only made 1 safety error. Rafael has reflected on this.
And I just finished playing Earl Strickland. I didn't miss a ball and lost. And you can. At this level, you can play on, and especially when the guy's starting to get into the balls. You may not get back. Keeps Rafael in his chair for a while. Back down the 8. He's got to hit a little bit harder now. And see? he got himself into trouble here. More angle and it would have been easier, but I think he's a little sloppy. Shape players there is, and he didn't get on this 8 ball after that 6 ball, and I think this is going to cost him. And
you know,
he shouldn't have. He's getting a little sloppy, is what I
hit
said.
that ball considerably.
He's just playing a little too. I wouldn't call it loose. I'd call it sloppy. For effort. For effort. Yeah, careless. That's probably a better word. When I do, though, I call it sloppy.
Efren with a very good shot on the 1 and a nice angle to get to the 2. He forgot to mark his score and just walked up there to do so.
Yeah, and you see the balls here by the spot now, not as cluttered, because when you break the balls on a table that's racked tight, though, normally they spread a lot better than that.
Sessions later on down the line.
Right. That table doesn't know what to do anymore. It's got so many holes in it.
That's ever played, and what a great attitude.
It's a real nice guy. Doesn't speak a lot of English, but he's funny. He's
say that is when you probably became most recognizable to many of the spectators, was your performance.
It's incredible how many people are actually watching that, and yet we don't get enough coverage on TV. Earl had me 11-3, and I come back and beat him. That was one of the greatest matches of my career. But when I played Earl,
first time on TV.
Actually, television doesn't bother me at all because I'm always doing shows, and if anything, it'll get me up. But I was so pumped after beating Tony Allen, Rafael Martinez, and Earl Strickland back to back. I didn't get any sleep. I couldn't sleep. I was just so wired. And so the next day, I just wasn't myself.
To a world-class player, hooked or not, you run the risk of losing that game.
Let's take a look at Rafael's break. Well, not very hard, but he did break it controlled. He's going to have to find another way to break on this table. Four ball. Go all the way back up table. Get on the side. Yeah. Right now.
How big is that 8 ball coming 2 rails out of that corner?
I don't think it's anywhere in there at all. It's actually back. It looks pretty much what you call a road map here. Very far with this cue ball. Just move it over about 1.5 feet, I think. Ooh, he went further than I thought. I don't know why he wanted to
rail.
Except now he's got to really hit this ball hard with some spin, like that. And he didn't get all the way there. I think he's just being, again, like I said, a little careless.
No, he's not going to miss this ball.
We hope not. No, there he goes.
Strongest attributes is his intensity and desire to win is tremendous.
That's correct. Look, he just really hit that very, very lightly. He just wanted to control it. Oh, look at Rafael. He was trying to get too cute. He was trying to cheat the other.
To shoot high on the cue ball. He wanted to, as you said, oh, this is a direct scratch in the corner pocket.
Look at that. Let's see how he wants to get on this ball. Just like that. Yeah, that's the way I play that. Just draw it over to his left. No, he's going to hit the rail and then come up. Ooh, a little trick here.
He cheated it the other way.
Yeah. He certainly had to hit a tougher shot than if he aspires. There's that. See that grip that he's got in the right hand, boy. It's nice and loose, but it's always exactly the same tempo, just as you're mentioning. Nice and loose. Same thing as you're going to shoot it. Poof, right through.
Yeah, he tends to go 1, 2, 3, 4.
Exactly. Well, so does Buddy Hall, doesn't he? A little bit different type of a stroke, mind you, but they do the same thing.
1, 2, 3. That was easier.
Right now. I think he's going to try to hit a little harder. Yeah, he pushes his body right into it, but he made a ball. Did he make the corner ball?
Yeah,
he was more to left, more by the spot. He would spin off the rail and make the one, but from here he's just going to play. There he is. He's going to play a rollout. And
well, if he elects to thin the right side of the 1,
yeah, I told him to shoot again.
Send the cue ball down 2 rails.
Come around 2 rails behind the 7 ball there in the corner. Let's see what he does. Yeah, that's what he wants to do. But scratched. Hit it 2-3 is kind of tough too.
Yeah, that
from where the 2.
6 being over there a little closer.
With that short of a shot, when you want to put topspin on, it happens a lot. So I generally stay away from it, and I would have tried to shoot the 1 ball in that corner and just come up with some draw. It should be better Okay, let's take a look at this shot. I tell you what, he hit that. He stroked it pretty good. It's just so tough.
He's having to use a top spin. If he's not hitting perfectly center ball, it's all kinds of angles that you have no way to really control. You just have
boy, besides this masse, of course it skids first. It's not a shot that I'd want to have to play.
Having somebody jacked up over a ball like that.
That's the term we used to use in snooker.
Oh, really?
Hook.
I have never heard that.
That's what we said all the time. Over a ball. Anyway, we're talking really about short and tall. To jump a ball really well, the tall player definitely has the advantage. And yet, in my view, this Rafael Martinez is the greatest jumper there is. We played a tournament one time in Dallas. Thing I'd never seen. There we go. Light break, makes the one ball.
Now this is what he was real good control of the cue ball. He's got an ideal shot on the 2. Going to come right up for nicely on the 3 ball. I expect great things from Efren always.
Yeah, except a little bit tougher, longer shot on the 6 ball. That's all. That's all. And now he's going to make it. Well, if I'm his opponent, I don't want him. Gonna have to come off the rail, slide on the other side of the 9, like that. Yeah.
Brings the score.
To do this kind of a break, but you see, that wasn't the same way. And actually, he didn't hit it the same way either. He didn't draw straight off it. He slide off the 3 into the 8 and make the combo on the 3-9
combination.
Right. Or even lighter, not even go into the 8. Well, that's fine.
Position errors. Position errors. What that means is that in the event, while he's running out, he's getting poor position for himself, and he's forcing himself to play 6.
Well, as a matter of fact, we have a score here at the 8-6 position.
So this gives an accurate reflection of your performance and play at the table. It doesn't take in any luck factor in, and it doesn't take in.
What a good shot! Now there's an
example. But the 1 ball did right under the 5, and try to. Now, how do you like that shot?
Wow, that's awesome.
All of these little subtleties and nuances of the games are a prime reason why I'm a cue maker and not a professional pool player.
Well, you can go another 10, 12 racks where things come up that you don't know how you're going to get out. You don't know how to do this, or the table gets you one way or another.
But there's a lot of forethought rather than just shooting at the balls and hoping for the best, that's for sure.
Right. By the way, what Rafael is using right now is not a normal jump cue, a shorter cue. It's incredible.
Yeah, he was talking to me some time back about building him a jump cue,
shot.
Exactly what he wanted, and he wanted a full-length cue. When he was... Well, that's the part. That's what makes makes the ball jump, is that the stick is light enough. When you cut that 3rd, I think he stumbled into it by. Well, he's been monkeying with cues as long as I've known him and doing everything. Jump reaction out of it. Now he's still got short cue on the brain. Right now he's been playing with a 54-inch pool cue as his full-time playing cue.
I like to think that I handle it fairly well. I've been practicing with a lot, but we got so many other jump cues now. How about these kangaroos?
What are your feelings on it?
Well, if it was up to me, if I had the power to make a decision solely, loves it so much, and it forces us to be that much better at our safeties, and to practice other shots. You got to work tougher for your opponent if he ends up taking the shot to run out. In my view, I agree with that. Matter of fact, Pat Fleming has said to me as well. You brought him up.
Cues that have tips on them. A lot of the viewers may not be acquainted with some of the new jump cues that are on the market, and many of them of the real.
We have to standardize it without a doubt. Whichever way we go is fine by me, as long as we go in such a way that it is standard and that we know what we.
Into a pocket where the 5 ball was tied up, and it turned out that Efren not making the 5 served to help him in that particular instance.
Look at this! I can't believe Efren missed that bank. We all play it. It's important. Your confidence level is really high, and you feel comfortable out there. And if you
Interesting couple of players we're watching with a conversation of a jump cue. Efren Reyes doesn't use a jump.
I'm not sure. Just trying to remember which tournament it was last year that he pulled out a jump cue. It was at the U.S. Open, and he did a really good jump shot too.
That surprised the crowd, I'm sure.
It surprised John. It's also interesting, you know, that how much of a hero he Francisco Bustamante and Leonardo Andam. There's a lot of great players from the Philippines, and there's certainly Ooh, that's getting close. Great shot, though. He you know, his angle wasn't perfect on that ball, so he had to stun it and hit it harder, which of course when he was on the hill. Then I just lost to Earl Strickland. And this is the first time Earl's beat me, as a matter of fact, but he played real well and
very powerful player.
Sure is. He played great.
That's another feather in your
battles. Same kind of battle I just had with Earl. Earl and I had and then at 9-9, Earl broke and ran 4 to
World Championships.
That was the second time I played Earl. Was in the Worlds. I beat him in Secaucus, New Jersey, in March. The greatest match I played because I was down 11-3, and he played. He was playing awesome. But we got Efren playing well again here. So, by the way, in the match, it's not very smart. No, he wants to break him now. No more, no more taking a chance.
Why? Well, he did.
Yeah, it's a great shot.
Look at this.
Great shot.
How do you like that shot?
That's a super shot right
He
there.
gets applause out of me. What a great shot. Well, it seems like sometimes he needs challenges like that. What a great shot.
Put a lot of check on that ball there. Inside. But he gave himself too much angle, so he had to come back around table again. And a little short. Little right hand stun. There we go. I was surprised to see him do that. I thought he was just going to go some more check off it and just come back up, you know. I was really surprised to see him do that.
Play the 8 in the side.
And he didn't get around because it was so much ball. I would have checked that ball. My goodness. Don't expect to miss that bank either, though. He was unhappy with himself.
I'll tell you what, that's the moment. Well, this is not an easy shot. He's left Rafael.
No.
Center of the pocket, 3 rails around the table position on the 9. He's got fairly deep cut on the 9. Watch how steady he'll stay on this ball.
Body doesn't move. Oh! Can't believe it. Maybe I jinxed him. I shouldn't have said anything.
The results of hitting it too thin, it brings it out into the center of the table. Too thick, it goes 2 rails.
Oh!
It goes 2 rails and leaves the cue ball and the object ball out in the middle of the table.
Watch, see this? Look at the shirt. Oh, you can't see the camera. Body right through, right forward as he hits the ball. Okay? Give himself a little bit extra power, yet at the same time keep the accuracy because he goes forward. Really, it's go forward.
It's driving that body weight momentum forward.
Correct. And you have to really be doing it accurately. So the cue's
3 ball back here, playing the 4 ball in the
he could be in trouble.
right-hand corner. Well, he's got his leg hiked up there. No, I guess he went right by the 9 ball, giving himself 2 rail position.
Let's see how he wants to get on this 8 ball. I just go straight up table, nice and easy, just like that. That's perfect. Yeah, you want to get as close to that 8 ball as you can get, so it'll be easier to get back.
I guess he's got a little angle, goes straight down to the short rail and
Well, he hit that good.
bounce
The way he
down
hit
table.
that. And even if he's playing a little weak, something like this can get him out of his.
Rafael, yes, you're right. Rafael is a closer to the best of his ability.
Oh, he got a bad roll there. He hit that good on the 3, but he's going to play a kick shot. And so quickly, just up and just shot it. I think in the top 4 last year, and got in the top 8 almost every tournament. That was amazing. They never won one. No? Let's get all the way back up to that side of it.
thorough enough to even go over there and look and see if the 7 ball was on the rail.
Maybe he'd probably come up 2 feet, but that's great. It's perfect.
Come down to the 9. Hit about the center of the rail on the long rail.
He almost overcut that ball too, but that's where he wanted to be, was shorter on the rail instead of longer. Yeah.
I wonder if we have time to have a minute to speak.